Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Everybody's Got a Podcast. I'm your host, T-Dot. Make sure you follow me on social media, Twitter, Everybody's Got One, Instagram and Facebook, Everybody's Got a Podcast. I also make T-shirts. Get your Christmas sweater or your new retro back in the day shirt over at animatedtdot.threadless.com. And so with that being said, I know it's been a while since I've made a podcast, and some of you might miss me. Some people don't even know I exist. Either way, that's neither here nor there. I've been absent because life, hits you when it hits you, and it doesn't wait. It doesn't come and ask like, hey, are you ready for this? No, they're just like, it's just like, oh, here, take this, along with your regular day-to-day stuff you have to deal with. So I had some family issues that I had to deal with over the past month, and been tough. So with that, things are finally leveling out. Also been swamped with work, so that makes it even harder to do this other side of what I wanted to do and have a normal schedule. And my life as it is right now doesn't permit for me to have a normal schedule. I'm in the process of building a brand / a business, so that takes up most of my time, along with work, along with life. So that being said, that's where I've been. I'm kind of glad to be back. If hopefully I won't miss any more episodes. But in any case, this time I want to talk about YouTube. Now, I'm a big YouTuber. I'm one of those like cable cutters or whatever you want to call them, where I maybe watch one or two shows on actual TV. Like, the only show that I really watch on TV is The Flash and The Blacklist. Everything else I either catch on Netflix or Hulu. Mainly Netflix, because Netflix get all the shows. Hulu is, I don't know, they still lacking in that online streaming. But in any case, that's what I watch online. And as far as a content, but I spend hours on YouTube finding all types of videos, finding new creators that do animation, and they've been around for years, and I'm just now finding them, and they have successful channels, and it's just in some obscure part of the YouTube site. It's like the ocean around us, where it's so many fish in the sea. They haven't even categorized all of them. They haven't even found most of the sea life that lives in the sea, and because it goes for miles, and you just can't cover every square inch. You have the top layer, and then you have the middle layer, the mid level of the mid sea level, and then you have the bottom of the ocean floor. And we haven't yet been able to cover that. So that's what YouTube is like, in a sense. It's a sea of creators. And in that sea of creators, you have little gems. For me, most of the stuff that I see on YouTube, well, I wouldn't say most of the stuff. I say a lot of the stuff that I see, some of the stuff that I see is just not my cup of tea. So I don't want to hate and be like, it's some trashy stuff out there and it's a sea of garbage like other people do. I rather say, it's a lot of stuff that doesn't fit my cup of tea. It's a lot of that stuff that doesn't fit my cup of tea. And the good creators that I've seen with just low channel subscribers or views, and I just think to myself like, yo, why the hell he puts out good content. He does good animation or he does good skits. Why is his channel not as successful as some random channel that puts up raging gamer videos? Which is, I mean, you know, some of those are entertaining, but for the most part, I can only sit through one every month and a half or something like that. Like that's just not for me. I can't sit there and listen to somebody just spew out random stuff for 10 minutes trying to be funny and just yelling into the mic. Like that ear rape stuff, I'm good on that. But you know, again, you know, it goes back to the creators and the quality of the creators. There's not that many quality creators out there. It's just a bunch of people trying to get rich off of YouTube. And in this day and age, it's not like that anymore, where you could just hop on YouTube and be like, okay, I got 1 million views or I got a couple thousand views, and now you got a couple $1,000s in the bank. That's not how it works anymore. It used to work like that prior to 2013, but now in 2017, nah. After 2013, it was like YouTube changed its algorithm. It was like, no, you guys aren't making money off the views anymore. You're making it off of content and how long you can keep people on this platform, and if they're entertained. So now you have it to where the longer the video is, pretty much is the best way to earn a higher CPM, which is cost per mil. So that's, you know, for every 1,000 views you would get something like, depending on what level creator you are, if you're on the low end, you get like maybe 10 cents per mil per 1,000 view, or if you're on the high end, you can get $1.50, $2 per 1,000 views. So it all depends on where you range, and that shit is hard, you know, to create quality content, and especially being starting off, it's hard to get that level of followers or subscribers and views on a consistent basis, especially being an animator like myself, you know, because doing the animation, I did, which, you know, it'll be out sometime this week, either Monday or Tuesday. I did a Grinch cartoon, and it's in the style of Dragon Ball Z, and that took me a week, and I only got maybe 30 seconds of actual animation, but actual, like, some of the animation was reused, parts of it was reused, and some of it was, you know, frame by frame, and some of it was what they call tween, which is like the computer is doing some of the work. But that took me a week, and it took me hours of the day to do it, along top of me having to do my regular job and stuff like that, and family life. That shit is hard to push out, and you spend a week and you only get 30 seconds. It's like, the trade-off is not good, especially when you put it on YouTube and then it doesn't do the numbers you think it should, or it doesn't, you know, it doesn't pay. You don't get the return in your investment. You know, it's like a shot at your ego. Like, damn, I did all this work and I ain't getting no respect. I'm only getting like a measly 100 views or 1,000 views. But so, you know, that's one obstacle as far as animators go. Even for, you know, people who create skits, they have to, on a daily basis, come up with something creative. They have to come up with the good jokes, you know, because it's millions of people and everybody tells essentially the same jokes, or you're going to run into a lot of that, you know, a lot of similar content. And it's hard to set yourself apart from the next creator. And, you know, that also goes into And all, you know, the other thing about being a YouTuber is that it's like a 24-hour job. It's not like in today's current media status is if you're in the, you know, entertainment and stuff like that, doing movies or TV shows, you get a break, you get an off season, you know, you have vacation, you know, you can call off, you know, work and get paid for it. When you're a YouTuber, you're on like 24/7 essentially. You know, you're your own business, and you have to work 24/7. Like, for even if you're doing one video a week, you still have to work a full 40 hours that week to produce that video. For some people, you know, it depending on the quality of it that you want. But it's if you take a week off or something like that, you know, the algorithm be like, all right, he's inactive, so we're gonna not promote his videos to his subscribers, or he won't be seen on the homepage. You know, it always has to be this. Today's society is always on. Everything's at your fingertip. Hey, if you don't have it, then I'll go somewhere else. You know, it's that mentality rather than, you know, but you still give. It's funny how that works, because online they're like, oh, you don't have it right now, you don't have the content right now, then I'm not checking for you anymore. You know, you've been gone a week or a month or whatever, or you didn't upload today. Now I'm gonna go somewhere where they give me a consistent schedule. One, you're not paying, and two, you don't do that for, you know, the big mainstream media like NBC or whatever. When your shows go on hiatus and when they go on winter break and they start showing reruns, you don't be like, oh, I'm not gonna check for the show anymore. You don't do that. You still give them, be like, oh, you know what? They come back on this day, and I'll be back. So, you know, I find that to be a little, I guess, you know, a double standard, a little hypocritical. But, and I'm not faulting anybody for it. You know, I mean, if that's what you choose to do, that's what you choose to do. It's just, you know, I would, the YouTubers, you know, they're content creator. You watch it and you're watching it for free. I mean, give them a little respect. You know, give them a little support, whether it be liking, sharing, or subscribing. Sharing and liking, well, sharing is like the most, is the biggest part, is the biggest thing to any YouTuber. Because if you can't get your content anywhere or out to your fans, or to more eyeballs, or whatever you call it, then you pretty much, your channel won't grow. You know, if nobody's sharing the video that you put out, that you put hard work into, and they don't share it, and a lot of people don't watch it, you don't get paid, then you still have to work your full-time job, because you can't. And now it's essentially, it's like you working 2 full-time jobs. You're trying to produce content for YouTube so you can earn money to quit your full-time job, and then you're working a full-time job producing content for YouTube. So I don't know, you know, that it's a little weird, and people are trying to break into that. It's hard at first, and with every day YouTube changes their algorithm. There's all kind of stuff going on YouTube right now where, you know, they have to change algorithm to stop some forms of content being shown to children, some forms of content, you know, that's racist. They have, you know, so with each update of that, so let's say you put up a video and you happen to use the word, the N-word, and let's say YouTube defines that offensive and they don't want to run any ads by that. Well, now your video won't get seen because it's not censored. It's not advertiser friendly, or you use too many cuss words, not advertiser friendly. So and what that means is it won't be, no ads won't play on your video, no ads won't show up on your video, and you won't rank high in the search when anybody searches for, you know, Boo Boo the Fool. If that's the name of your video, Boo Boo the Fool, and they search Boo Boo the Fool, then yours won't come up because it has too much profanity and it's not user friendly, so to speak. But my thing is, like, you know, you have regular TV like Fox and NBC, ABC, and then you have HBO Stars where they do a lot of cussing. So it's all about what the end user wants. You really shouldn't be deciding, you know, who can see what. But, you know, that's another topic. With that said, that's my rant on YouTube, how I feel about it. I'm still trying to pursue it, although I am pursuing other means of gainful employment, you know, as far as starting my own business. So, that being said, I'll talk to you guys later. Hopefully I have one next week. And be safe out there. I'm out. Oh, and Merry Christmas. Forgot about that. Now I'm out. Peace.